What is going on, Warrior Nation? We did not expect to be here today for episode 10. It is Tuesday, April 7th. Today we were expecting a Rocket League match. However, their opponent had to forfeit. So, uh,
We're here.
nice way to start the week, I guess, is to be told that we're going to advance to the second round for Rocket League already. So, we don't have to do anything. So, GG's to Nolansville. Unfortunately, they were unable to join us for the contest, but hopefully all is good, and hopefully that next year they can rebound and come back and be just as good. I mean, they made the playoffs, so they must be pretty good. They were 6-3, so we ended up at 5-3, so which just kind of made us join the playoffs, the rankings. I think it was a pool of 64, and we were like 54 or something like that. So, um, uh, we'll look forward to the round two matchup. Looking ahead, Joel, we've already talked about a little bit, but bring the show up to snuff here with what we could potentially be faced with on Thursday. We got Northwest High School, that's out of Wichita, Kansas. They are the 19th seed. And then there's another Wisconsin team, I-Forward, and they're out of Grantsburg, Wisconsin, which we looked up before the show started. And it's northwest Wisconsin, so just about a hop, skip, and a jump away from Minnesota. So a little bit of a drive if we were to drive there. So we're not driving there, fortunately for us.
No, it's like a 5-hour drive.
5-hour
I'm
drive.
good.
So yeah, we can just play that from the comforts of the Warrior Dome. But yeah, I mean we made playoffs for Rocket League. Obviously, we're talking about, but then we also are joining the ranks of the playoffs for Street Fighter. However, with that, we were missing a team there, and that's the Smash team, which unfortunately did not make it this season. A little bit of qualms around here with that, and we had the Wisconsin League for us going for us in the fall, and Kyle and I know the team did. We enjoyed that very much, and sad to see that it wasn't a possibility to run it this spring. And I think we would have been good enough to make the playoffs had it been a smaller league. But when you're competing against hundreds of teams, I mean, we finished the season at like 100 and something, but all three teams actually finished 5-3, which is pretty impressive. I mean, 2 games above 500. Yes, one of them is a bye-week win, but regardless, I mean, 5-3 for Scholastic Esports in my books, it's pretty good. Obviously, we want to do better, but that's the future, and we're talking about the present. So, yeah, we had a solid week 7 before we headed off into spring break. Kind of looking back a little bit on that. Let me just look at our teams here. Joel, you guys, was that a 3-0 sweep?
Against.
Hang on, this is that area that we try to be better about.
Being organized.
A little more organization, huh? Yeah, it was Mount Horeb. That's right. We played Mount Horeb, and you guys 3-0 them. I think it was like 25-5 the entire series, which is incredible. That's the kind of momentum builder you want going into the postseason. So.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Yeah, Joel's looking at the summary of the game, and I remember you guys won a terror, man. It was insane.
7-2,
and
7-2,
so,
11-2. Wow.
So we're going to keep the show relatively short. I want to keep these guys fresh and allow them to practice. But yeah, you guys look impressive, and we'll see how it fares out on Thursday. We'll keep tabs on that game between Wichita School and Grantsburg, and go from there. It'd be pretty cool to see 2 Wisconsin schools, 2 underdogs essentially, because I mean they're a higher seed too. So we'll see what happens. But before we move along, I do want to give the flowers, the roses, whatever they call it, to our senior Jalen, who has had a smash career here He's been one of our day ones. So I just kind of wanted to give him his just due. He's been a phenomenal Smash player here. He's taught our current seventh graders some things, and it's going to be a little better in the fall when he's not here to run with Smash. But I feel like the future is great with us here in this program. So, and he's a big part of that, and so hopeful that we can make a run here for Street Fighter. Both teams, Smash and Street Fighter, are practically 1-1, so we're one of the same. So hopefully they can take what didn't happen with them in Smash and just kind of make it work for them in Street Fighter. But yeah, much props to Jalen on his career here at Waupun for doing his thing in Smash. And Joel, he's turned a lower tier character, not someone you typically run competitive Smash with in Little Mac, and made
him the all-star.
Made him a top tier character, and it made it someone that opponents had to actually second think about again. So props to Jalen on his career here at Waupun High, and it's been a great time watching him grow. I mean, I've always brought up the story, like when we start this thing in the fall, it's usually at open house, and like just to see the growth of like his communication skills and talking, and like he's become a real leader around here. I mean, he's got his Jalen moments, but it'll be a little bitter here in the fall for me not having him around. But he might be coaching Smash. We'll see. But anyway, we're gonna move on. Doing a little pop culture pop in here. Movies and TV that we watched over spring break, which essentially was our week off here. I was keeping tabs on March Madness. Unfortunately, my other team, Duke couldn't get done. But Michigan,
Braylon Mullins, and Caden Boozer.
Yeah, that shot, man. They should have held on to the ball. Like the shot, like you can't. I mean, that's just a
that's still impressive.
That's a crazy shot that just. You can't do much about that.
I've watched that shot. I watched the last 2 minutes of that game, and I saw Caden Boozer doing that. I'm like, what are you doing, dude? Not that I care,
right?
But it's still fun to watch.
Yeah, I mean, they should have totally held on to that ball. I don't know what they were thinking. I mean, at the they didn't do that, and Mullen just hit a crazy once-in-a-lifetime shot.
And it was literally his only three-pointer of the night, I think I saw.
Yeah. So, but hey, Michigan, they won last night.
But hey, also, shout out to Cameron Boozer, who actually won the Heisman. So, he won the College Player of the Year, I saw.
Well, it wouldn't be the Heisman. It would be...
or not Heisman.
Naismith.
Naismith, that's what it is.
Or
yeah,
something like that for college.
It's a different college trophy, but...
Right, but essentially...
Either way, he won College Player of the Year.
Right, so yeah, I mean...
So Cam Boozer got all the praise, and Caden Boozer has been getting dunked on.
Yeah. So, I mean, Cameron, he'll probably go to the NBA now and be a lottery pick, I'm assuming.
I would assume he's probably top 5 pick, honestly.
For sure. But yeah, I mean, Michigan, props to them, man. I don't know, man. But yeah, Michigan, they deserve to be there. They look really strong, especially
shout out Yaxel and the Borg.
Yeah, especially like coming to the Sweet 16, they look like they were the team to beat. So, props to them. Joel, what'd you watch last week?
So I didn't watch anything TV wise, but I did go to a couple of Bucks games in person.
Yep.
I went to not last weekend, but the weekend before. Went to the Saturday game, which for the people who are keeping tabs at the Bucks, which I don't know why you are at this point. We were against the Spurs that night, so you can figure we lost by like 32, I think. Then the game after, it was a back-to-back game, and that one was Clippers. That was a lot closer. Gary Trent went off, 36 points, 9 3-pointers, I think. He was hot. That was especially at the end. But, yeah, that's what I watched. Unfortunately, they're eliminated from the playoffs, but we can talk about that later in the sports section.
Yep. Would you say that Wemby is just as impressive in person as he is on TV?
Yes. That night he was kind of on a cold night, but
Yeah,
what do you do? It's a 7'4" guy with an 8 foot wingspan. What are you gonna do? Like,
yeah.
there's literally a block he had on Rollins where it looks like it would have went to the ninth row. Like, what do you do?
Yeah, man. Like, and there's another dude. I think he's in college now. He's like 7'6" or something.
Oh, Oliver Rue or something like that out of Florida.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah,
dude, where are these
he's
kids growing from?
7. I think he's 7'9". I'm pretty sure.
7'9", like, dude, like
Like, how
that's
do you hit your
ridiculous.
head on every single door? 7'9", yeah. How do you
7'9".
How do you hit your head on every single doorway you enter? I'm sure they actually have to even increase the height of some of the
Yeah, dude.
doorways.
Like I've had like
Holy cow!
my brother-in-law Kyle. He's like 6'6". It's like, dude, like being that tall is like you're like ducking, right? And it's like, can't imagine, man, over 7 feet. Like that'd just be like a different world, I think. So
My mom's description of how he runs is amazing. She said Victor Wembanyama runs like a deer learning to walk for the first time.
fair enough. All right. Moving along to music. I wanted to do like a game day. Like if I'm making a game day playlist, I make typically ones with hip hop in them. But a
Same
few
here.
few artists that I would probably go with is Nipsey Hussle, Meek Mill, little Drake, some Jay Z.
Um,
Um,
in that same category, sorry to cut you off, but I'm just gonna.
no, you're good.
I'm in the same game day. One artist I'll add is Coach Ice. He's been one of kind of mixed into my rotation a little bit.
Yeah,
Like as much as I love Leroy, he's a different vibe. Like if I'm just chill gaming, not caring what I do, throwing one of his albums because it has that perfect blend of, you know, the really heavy hitting stuff and then like the softer mellow side. Coach Ice is just full in like he is just full rap.
right. Yeah, I mean it's I don't know, man. Like either like working out or game day kind of thing. Like
Mm,
hip hop just gets it done for me.
yeah.
Speaking of getting it done, moving along to sports, the Milwaukee Brewers, pretty impressive this far, man. 8-2, another solid win last
Kind of
night.
close yesterday,
Yeah, I
but
know. Yeah, solid win though. Solid win over the Boston Red Sox. Sitting at the top of the NL Central, they're 8-2. Uh, I mean that lineup is just solid. I mean they just eighth inning. It's like if you're the opponent, you're like, okay, it's the eighth inning. What's gonna happen for Milwaukee? Like their bats are just they come alive in the eighth inning. It's just ridiculous. But later on this month, the NFL draft. Um,
woo,
we will see what Green Bay does. I would like to see them bolster their offensive line. I feel like it's kind of lacking, and it has lacked for a while now. And they've lost a couple of players in free agency, and so I don't know if they go high in the first round there and draft one there, but they definitely need to help out their line. Maybe bolster a couple of things in the defensive side of the ball. But overall, I think Green Bay, they've waited as long as they have to make some moves, and I think the draft is probably where they're going to probably end up doing a lot of their moves. So it'll be interesting to see what they end up doing.
yep. All right, jumping over to the other side of Milwaukee, otherwise known as the Deer District, along with the Bucks being, locked out of the playoffs. By the way, that Saturday where they went up against the Spurs, the what was it, NBA postseason scenarios, they tweeted out, Milwaukee Bucks will be eliminated from playoff contention if with a loss to the Spurs. Okay, so we're out. Like it's 2 hours before the game, but we're definitely out because Miles Turner. Um, but anyways, another Bucks news: the Bucks are currently being investigated by the NBA for player participation policy. If you're not familiar with that whole ordeal, Giannis has claimed he's been healthy for a little bit now, and he wants to come back and play games, but is basically being held on the outside of the leash by the Bucks. I'm sure it's just a method to keep him healthy, but obviously no matter what they do here, it's not keeping him happy. So there's definitely a chance this could be his last year in Milwaukee.
I mean, I think that's exactly what it is. I think they're, um, I mean, if you're talking like reselling a car, they're essentially putting it in the shop and getting it ready, tuned up for the sale, right? They're getting it ready. Change it. They just changed the tires and you know did a quick tune-up, and now they're about ready to throw it on the market. So unfortunately, I think you're right there, Joel. I think his time in Milwaukee is over.
Hmm.
All but within the month of the season here, it'll be official.
Yep. And I'll add one more thing I just thought of that's not in the script, but I'm gonna add
Oh,
it
you're
anyways.
good.
NBA related. If it wasn't the Bucks, I would be rooting for the Lakers because of Luca. But we all know how that went. Got a hamstring injury and a blowout loss to the Thunder. Expected to be out for a lot of weeks.
Yeah.
And then it came out just some random morning, like a day or two after, and like, oh hey, also Austin Reeves has an oblique injury that'll keep him out for a couple more weeks. Oh great, awesome. So it's just some 41-year-old and a bunch of like scraps. Aiton, lock in, please.
Yeah. I mean, so kicking back to Milwaukee and that thing, like I think when it became apparent that he couldn't stay healthy. I mean, he was constantly just. I mean, it looked like he was trying to work himself out of Milwaukee, and so now I think their hands are just tied, and so they're. I mean, it's a business, man, and they're going to keep him on the bench and avoid any potential like long term injury, which essentially takes him off the market.
Hmm.
So they're doing the business thing right now, and they're putting a pause on his play, and I mean, what they're doing is a little shady. I will say that, but I mean, hey, it's a business.
Hmm.
So with spring break in the rearview mirror, looking back on what we played last week, I had a little more time, obviously, and so I had that week off of vacation, and so
I can only imagine when he played. Oh wait, I saw it on Discord every single day.
Arc Raiders.
Well, who's shocked?
Yeah, no one's shocked here at all. The
Are you a
expedition.
partner?
The expedition is the account reset, and so like I'm technically like signed up to do it, and like it's underway and whatever. But like towards the end of it, like you have like the real chance to like go on it or whatever, and that's essentially you resetting your account. Which I mean, I did it last time, but like there's a new map coming out next like beginning of next month, and I want to be able to like have like all the things like I've worked so hard to get to already, and so like I think it's because it's gonna be a big map, and so I don't necessarily want to go into it with nothing. So yeah, I've been kind of mulling that over a little bit, whether or not I actually want to like go with it. Joel, what was your
Um, yeah,
thing?
so last week, Tuesday, Phasmophobia came out with their Easter event. Double XP, Logan and I have been grinding it a lot. Um, yeah, it's been fun. It's been different for sure. Especially if you know what I'm talking about here, if you're a Phasmophobia lover. Any event map, because only certain maps are event, you know, only have the event on it. You'll know about the constant cycle of baby ghosts with antlers. I don't know why it's always the stupid baby, and I don't get it. Why? It's just every time it's like, oh, I wonder what the ghost model is. Oh, it's been a baby for the past 20 times. Awesome, great. So it's gonna crawl. I'm never gonna see it, and I'm gonna die. But it's still fun.
Fair
Um,
enough.
yeah.
So a little retro rewind. Tony Hawk, pro skater, all of them, just all of them. As someone who
No, you have to make up your mind. You to tell us right
whose
now.
teenage years consumed a little bit of Tony Hawk. Um, it's been cool to like see it come back now. Like they've done a combo of games 1 and 2 on one disc or game, whatever. And then 3 and 4 are together now. So that was always like a game that you jump on and just like do whatever kind of like little missions. And then back in the day, Joel, you didn't have to pay for extras; you just earned them. And so like yeah, with
Yeah.
with Tony Hawk, like you just like do whatever challenge, then you unlock whatever skateboard or whatever. So it's a pretty cool game. Definitely looking to check out 3 and 4 together uh, pretty soon, I would say. But your game?
Yeah, so on vacation, by the way, our hotel is like 2 blocks from Pfizer Forum, and you had a direct line of sight with Pfizer Forum. I'll show you that picture later. That was kind of cool. Um, but anyways, we didn't really bring anything with us except my dad wanted to bring a retro console, so he brought an SNES with a few games on it.
Nice.
Um, And for the first time, I played Donkey Kong Country, which, if you played Mario, it's basically just Mario again, like a lot of games. I played Kirby too for the first time, and it's like, holy cow. Because everybody likes Mario, I guess. Yeah, like the game. Um, I don't know really know what I get else to add. It's just a Mario rerun basically.
Yeah. Well, I mean, all those. I mean, I grew up like my first system was the Nintendo, and then like the SNES. I remember when because Mario Kart like that was like the
Oh,
first
that was another one I played
console.
too. That was another one I played too.
Yeah,
Love the music.
that was the first console that had Mario Kart, and like there's just so many games on that system alone. Like um, what's it called now? It's in my it's in my brain. I can't. But it's like a fighting game, kind of like a Mortal Kombat.
Street Fighter? No.
No, but anyway, so like Basic Instinct or something like that, or something Instinct. But that was a good one. But yeah, like the Donkey Kong games. I think Mario World was the one that was on that one, right?
Mario
Uh,
World, yes, I think.
so like yeah, that console, man, like SNES, so many great titles. Speaking of great titles, we're gonna do a little rank it, Joel. Uh,
Star
both both
Wars.
Joel and I are big Star Wars nerds. So we're gonna give our top five of 5 to 1, and we've both got honorable
Honorable
mentions.
mentions.
So uh, number one for me, I'll start with number one instead of going 5 to 1. Number one for me is Revenge of the Sith. I don't know, man. It's so good. Execute Order 66.
Oh,
Uh,
thanks. Now we're copyrighted. Good job.
Return of the Jedi is number two for me. Empire Strikes Back is number three. New Hope is number four, which is kind of weird because that is actually number four in the like story, whatever. And then kind of like was you were asking me about this one, but Rise of Skywalker is number five for me. I I don't know, man. I just enjoyed that movie. The story was good. Um, and then like um, seeing the Emperor the way it was. Yeah, it was just I don't know. Yeah, but my honorable mention is Solo, and the only reason I mean the movie itself was pretty decent, but the only reason that I threw it in an honorable mention is because spoiler alert, Darth Maul at the end.
Oh,
Isn't a bonus scene there at the end. You have to like watch the credits and all that jazz.
I'll have to watch it.
But
I
yeah,
think that's like one of the Star Wars movies I haven't watched just because it's a spinoff. I don't really watch the spinoffs,
yeah, but
which is
like,
funny I mentioned that. Well, you'll find out why I say that later.
but yeah, like the Solo movie. So with Darth Maul at the end there, I didn't know this, but they actually like tied into the cartoon or whatever that came out
Oh,
with it.
Clone
Yeah,
Wars?
something like that. Um,
What was he in? He was in Rebels. He was in Clone Wars. Is
yeah,
that it?
something like that. But yeah, that's where my honorable mention goes to. Joel, yours?
All right, I will go from 5 to 1 because I like to go in opposite order. Um, Sorry with the honorable mention though. I do have Rise of Skywalker here. I saw him and I was like, I saw him added to his top five. I'm like, okay, I can't be outrageous for adding it to honorable mention, right? I didn't mind the movie. I like seeing the Emperor again. I find it kind of weird that all of a sudden Kylo Ren is the biggest softy in the world. Um, but yeah, not a bad
Very
movie.
true.
Just interesting. However, my number five is The Last Jedi, and that's really just because Luke is in it for the last time,
Yep.
and just just seeing that the quote unquote fight scene between Luke and Kylo Ren is just
Yeah, right.
hilarious to me. Like the fakest thing ever, but I love it. Number four, this ties into the little hint I gave about spin-off movies. My number four is Rogue One. I liked watching Rogue One. Um, Sad thing, spoiler, everybody dies. Um, but yeah, it's one of the only spin-offs I've watched, and I've actually liked it. Number three, Return of the Jedi. I have it just a little lower, um, just because I like the other two more.
Sure.
Number two, I have Attack of the Clones. This was that was just a big movie in general. So many people. I love Jango Fett so much. I liked him a lot more than Boba. And there's just so many people at that time. And then my number one, same as Coach Bennett here, we got Revenge of the Sith. Just phenomenal movie, in my opinion.
Indeed.
You're meant to destroy the Sith, not join them.
Not really copyrighted strike. All right.
Well, you copyrighted the Execute Order 66. I can do Anakin. Okay?
Copyright strikes again. Strikes back. Never.
Disney, please. Don't.
Yeah, don't do it, please. So looking at your list though, like number 4, Rogue One, like knowing that like the games you've played and stuff, like I'm not too surprised because I feel like Rogue One and any of like the recent Star Wars games that came out kind of like are the same like environments, whatever world type thing. Like they're kind of like one and the same. So can't say I'm too surprised. Number 4 there, Rogue One. So it's a good movie. Not one of my personal favorites, but I do enjoy the spin-offs. So all right. So like I said, we will be keeping this relatively short, just so that Joel and Marlon and them can practice for Thursday. Hopefully, we have a match on Thursday.
Or we advance again, you know.
Yeah. Either way, either we're advanced or we're gonna play it. So or both. All right. So with that said, we're going to show out the sponsors real quick here. Ian's Pressure Washing. It's the springtime right now, and now's a good time to get the old house cleaned up outside or wherever. He does even when you get your trash bins cleaned out, he does that too. I mean, those things can snake a little bit. Oddball Arts. Again, if you're a business owner in the Dodge or Fond du Lac County. I know she's even like expanding beyond that a little bit now. You need your windows spruced up and made, like nice cool designs to make them stand out a little bit better than the other competition around your neighborhood. Call her up. Go Dutch Solutions. I was just there last night actually. They had a tailgate themed buffet style thing, which is great. The buffet was top tier. You had your brats, your slider burgers, and baked beans are great. And then you got all phase. That was a good time to get that heating and cooling checked out, especially cooling before it gets too terribly hot out. That was a good time to do that. Gutter Tech, again, it's getting warm out, Joel, and that was a good time to get those gutters checked out and cleaned up. So give Doug a call at Gutter Tech. Upcoming streams. As far as I'm concerned, we will be streaming Thursday. I mean, we could do another podcast if your opponent happens to forfeit, Joel. But I think we want to. I think we want to play that game, and we probably will. So, by all means, we should have a stream, regardless whether it's another podcast or an actual game of Rocket League. So, a round of Rocket League. So we will be back on Thursday, one way or the other. Round 2 for the playoffs for Rocket League, which, hey, we'll take it. Yep. Quick plugs for you before we head out here.
Real quick, would this be the second time in Waupun history with a playoff past first round? Because it was Mario Kart year 1.
Yeah, I think technically, this would be the second round for us in our 6th season here. If you
3 years, but
right, but 6 seasons. But yeah, good point out there, Joel. I like that. So hopefully beyond that we'll advance. Hopefully, great. Quick plugs though for you. We are on all social media platforms. But if you're listening to this live, it'd be on Twitch. Which is _Esports with an S there. YouTube, which we usually throw this onto, is Warrior Gaming /WJSHS. You can find all your updates on Facebook, usually. HS Esports. X or Twitter, as Joel likes to call it, at HS _esport, because you can't have the S. TikTok, we are on TikTok. I'm trying to do a little better job there. HS Esports. And yeah, that is it for today. Episode 10 in the books now.
I've done 10 of these already. That's crazy.
That's insane. So GG's to Warrior Nation. We will be back on Thursday with something, hopefully Rocket League. I am Mr. Bennett. That's Joel, and we'll see you Thursday.